Hey guys, have you seen gas prices go up $5, $6, $7, even in some states, $8? I tell you what, this gas war is terrible for the economy, especially for us Americans and the consumer. Look at this graph here. Right now, in the middle of 2008, has been the highest time that we had gases this high. And what does that mean? A big crunch to the pockets at the pump. Now, does that really affect us? It really does, because now we have to pay more to get around, more to drive, going back and forth to work, because now some people are actually going to work and driving into the offices. And at the end of the year, we don't know where it's going to go. It may go a little bit higher, but I tell you what, right now prices are here in Houston roughly about $4 a gallon. That is the second highest since 2008. And I tell you what, guys, we are all feeling it. So you have to remember that things are changing, and the war does hurt because nobody is winning out of it. When gas prices go up 50% in a year, that can become a shock to Americans, especially to the consumer and business spending. Let's take a look here. Usually when you see gas prices explode like this here, you will see a crash. And typically right here in the mid 2008, now you see it crash in the mid 2000s. But I'm telling you guys, it's something very, very serious and that we got to look for. The last time we see things like that, it was in the late 70s. It went up 94% over the 2 years, and a double dip recession, 1980 and 1981. In the early 1990s, gas prices went up over 45% in 2 years, and in the early 90s, another recession. Another one, early 2000s, it went up 55%, and in 2001, then it was a recession. 77% increase over the past 2 years. The average cost of gas in America has really kind of stumped a lot of us, especially in California. As we see in this chart right here, California is roughly right now at $5.29 a gallon. But just last year, it was around $3.73, which is a 41.7% increase with the increase in gas. And what does that mean? There's an additional $5,600 that was spent in a total year. They're calculating that over a year's time. So what we're actually looking at, and I know that we're in Texas, and in Texas, we're also getting hit. They're saying that the gas is low, but we do a lot of driving here in Texas. And what does that mean to the consumer and business owners, and especially a lot of drivers? We're spending $5,000 a year annually just in gas. And in that situation, it make it bad for Americans, because that is typically around 7% of the American income that they provide, that they have to spend just on gas alone. So we have to really, kind of tighten our belts and look at other options and things like that. So my opinion is that, while gases are low, take advantage of it, fill up while you can, because it's not going to stop anytime real soon. We were going to probably see $6, $7, $8 in different states, of course, because some states will have higher gas pricing. When you're spending at least 7% of your income on gas and roughly $1,500 increase, you multiply that to 126 million households. And what does that equal out to? $200 billion in taxes. That does not go back to the economy. It actually goes back into the oil companies. So they're the ones that's actually winning on this, because it doesn't go back to the consumer. It doesn't go back to the economy. It actually helps the oil companies make more dollars. And when gas prices go up, it really does take a toll, because now you got the Americans paying more gas, housing is going up, interest rates are going up, food is going up. So it's making a tight squeeze on American families. And it's really hard to actually just survive almost, because rental is going up 15% year after year. And what was really amazing when I was doing some more research was that from January to February, increase in pay was only 1 cent. That's right, 1 cent. And that's what's going to be a big problem for Americans, because as the prices go up, what I'm looking at is everything is going to crash. Everybody's looking for a warm down. Everybody's looking for a bubble to pop. It's not a bubble. We're in something very huge and more massive than that. It's going to be a worldwide recession as things keep going the way that they're going. You know, will we see history repeat itself? Because time and time again, we do as Americans bounce back. The world actually bounce back and get back on track and make sure that everything is going smoothly and we kind of adjust. So what I'm looking at, my opinion is that a lot of stuff is going to rise, but is it going to drop back down to where it started from? No, I think it's going to more level out. And what my prediction is, and this is just my opinion. I'm not a CPA. I'm not a financial analysis, but just based on history, looking at the way things are going, it looks like things may start cooling off around the end of this year, believe it or not. And you're like, well, how's that if everything is going at an all-time high? Because things will have to slow down, because the Americans can't survive if things keep going up higher and higher and higher, and then they're actually paid, their income don't go up higher and higher. So you definitely want to kind of keep an eye on what's going on. Be real cautious of the things that's going on, because at some point in time, you're going to want to think about, is it time for me to buy a house? Is it a good time for me to buy a house? There's so much going on. So technically, I would say talk to someone that's, a good counsel. We're actually good friends and have a lot of resources with a lot of mortgage lenders that can definitely guide you and hold your hand through the process, especially as rates are going up. I don't know if anybody was hearing, but they're saying the Feds are going to raise the rate 7 times this year. It's already started. So by the end of the year, rates are going to be higher than what they are now. And you don't want to wait and not be able to purchase a home. You're paying rent now, and when your lease is up, how do you know it's not going to double? I have a client right now that's actually going to have to pay an additional $700 higher than what they did once their lease is up. That's $700 on top of what they have. They can actually afford a home. So it's kind of like, we do it now or do we suffer later? But for sellers, this is your time to jump on the wave while the wave is going, because at some point you're going to be overpriced and won't be able to sell your home. Well, guys, like and follow and subscribe to this channel so I can give you more information about what's going on. And remember, when you have will, you have a way.